You are listening to Drag Dungeon. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope. Subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, and Soundcloud. Welcome to Drag Dungeon with Jay and John. What's up, John?
What's up, Jay?
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Just fine? That's it?
That's it? What, you ain't got nothing fresh for me?
No, none of that. Walking with the light of God, Jesus.
Me and Jesus are not on good terms.
Uh-oh, did something happen, or are you just in a mood?
I mean, I was going through his phone and I saw some text to somebody that I was not okay with, so...
Oh my god, you found a dick pic in Jesus' iPhone 8.
Yes. Ugh. But that's a story for another time because I'm so upset about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm so upset about Blair St. Clair getting eliminated last week. Drag race.
Me too. I didn't want her to win necessarily, but was she even in it long enough to be Miss Congeniality?
I think so. I think she was. And you know what? She'll probably win. I mean, she seems, super nice. And, she put out a song like they all do, like immediately on the day of elimination, basically, or day after, called Now or Never. It's actually a very good dance song and a good video, too, except for Jinx Monsoon's in it.
It is. Or should we say Jinx Monsoon?
I almost didn't recognize her. I was like, who dat? And I'm like, oh.
Careful now, because we don't want to be bullies.
No, but she was funny, though, when she goes, we're full, bitch. I did like when she said that. That made me laugh.
It was funny. No, I almost didn't recognize it, too, but it was Jinx Monsoon.
Yeah. Well, you know what? She might be, successful as a big queen, because, we have to categorize everyone and put them all in a box. Mm-hmm. So, maybe. I don't know.
Speaking of which, I just saw a Golden Corral commercial. And the gravy fountain is back.
Oh my god. The gravy fountain, the Kirstie Alley diet plan.
Kirstie.
Aw. So, did you hear that Tyra Sanchez was talking about bombing DragCon? But she was like saying, don't go, if you go at this time, don't say I didn't warn you. And like actually like threatening and saying times that something's going to happen.
I did, and I saw it on a gossip site, so I went to her website, of course, to see with my own eyes, and sure enough, there's a countdown thing, and it says boom, and
I saw that.
And her Twitter was deactivated, and I'm like, this is actually, it's not even like a veiled threat, it's like an actual threat.
Yeah, somebody needs to step in. I mean, if they don't and something happens, somebody gonna get sued.
And I hate to say, okay, this is not for the reason you think, but this is why I'm worried about the Vixen, because she does some of her behavior does harken back to Tyra a little bit.
Yeah.
Not for any reason other than the attitude. Okay.
Don't go there. Shoot.
Don't go there, y'all.
Yo. Yeah, she definitely bothers me. And, whenever the shenanigans at the end of this episode of Drag Race happen where they're like, who's going home? I'm like, uh-oh. It's gonna happen. It's gonna blow the fuck up. And it did.
She can lip sync her ass off, though. And she knew the words. That's key right there. You gotta know the words. I couldn't believe that. I know we jumped to the end again, but...
We always do. So, did you read that Gia Gunn is crowdsourcing or crowdfunding her gender-confirming surgery?
Stop. Wait, she's transitioning?
Like, actually having the surgery. Yeah, so, yeah.
Oh, good for her. I mean, couldn't have happened to a nicer person, because, seriously, she's going to be able to pass so easily. Like, in drag, she was unbelievably gorgeous. Like, she just looks... like a woman, so...
Yeah, you should look at her. Like, look her up on, Insta or whatever. She looks great. She looks amazing.
I will always love Gia Gunn just for, honestly, her moments in the commercial leading up to her season. Absolutely. Taking her glasses off and it would be like, oh, she's so fresh tilapia, her big hula hoop purse that she
off the boat.
slung up on the table. Yeah.
Yeah, we love Gia Gunn.
Actually, I think all those moments were in like the first episode of that season. So, but she had good ones.
Yeah, I agree. I love her.
As opposed to this season where there were no moments.
And so since we talked last, we went and saw Camila Cabello concert.
Na na na.
Na 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 na. Yes. And it was, well, mixed reviews. Mixed reviews.
And that's the only way it was mixed. Let me say, there were a lot of children there. Jay and I have decided that I am no longer allowed to pick our concerts.
It was all little girls. It was all like, and as you would expect, Camilla was all, "You're beautiful just how you are, everyone." That whole bullshit happened. It happened. It happened.
She didn't throw any shade. Well, of course, we didn't stay the whole time because we had to get the fuck out of there. But she didn't sing any Fifth Harmony songs or throw any shade or even say anything like passive aggressive. Like, it was just like not what I wanted. Like, she can really sing though, and she's beautiful, but it was so corny, zero production value. They spent no money on this tour. Her opening act had more going on than she did, and that was pretty sad.
Yeah, his yellow sweater. I mean.
That dude was busted.
And you know, she does a lot of hairography, Miss Camilla Luzon, and she does a lot of like, you know, kind of singing sometimes. And you know, I do like her album, I do. But you know that song, the new song, it's actually the name of the tour too, "Never Be the Same" or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like she sounds so breathy, like Charm Bracelet Mariah breathy. Like she sounds like she has asthma.
Oh, Charm Bracelet.
Oh, I love that album.
What was the lead single from that?
I could make it through the rain or make it through the rain.
Oh yeah, that was a good song.
Yeah. Well, that's what she sounds. Sounds like she has asthma in that song. She's like,
never be the same.
She sounds like she has asthma. And I was singing, "She has asthma, ooh na na." That's what I was singing.
The Havana song is
asthma, ooh na na.
The Havana song gets old real fast, but I do like the album also.
Yeah, I hope she has a makeover. You know, she needs that. She needs to stop with the long. She had that during Fifth Harmony. Same hair. You know, and that song, "Never Be the Same," sounds like a Fifth Harmony song, which is fine. It's fine, but she needs something new. I bet she comes out with like some sort of like futuristic looking album with like a Page Boy like harsh bang and like, what do you think? Bodysuit.
No, please God, not a bodysuit. Speaking of which, though, I saw Kylie's dusty ass music video at the gym. You know, they play those horrible music videos.
Yes, I hate that video. It's so Madonna 2001.
Is it
2000.
Still Dancing? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, Dancing. I think it's just called Dancing. Oh, yeah, that's the one where she wants to go out dancing. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pass.
It's like, here come Kylie. Turn up my earbuds.
No, for real. So we mentioned Mariah Carey. Did you see that Mariah is going to do another Vegas residency? It's called The Butterfly Returns.
No, but I'm surprised people are still going to that after the New Year's Eve fiasco because she's not hitting her own high notes. She's lip syncing all the good parts. And I know we love a partial lip sync, but I don't know if I'd go see that because there's not enough. She's not going to be dancing.
Well, that's like Monet Exchange's joke during Snatch Game where she goes, "I know why the cage bird sings because Mariah Carey lost the key." That was funny.
I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it was funny.
I was thinking lost the key. I was thinking like key, like singing. I don't know. Maybe I read too much into it.
Yeah, it was too deep for me, but I laughed.
Yeah, so are you ready to talk about Drag Race? Yeah?
Sure.
All right. Well, so this episode was, 1 year waiting for with Snatch Game. But, when they do the reading is fundamental thing, that always takes me off guard, I think, because I always hope it's not going to happen, like, deep down. Because it's always, well, anymore, it's awkward. It used to be good. Now it's just kind of awkward. What do you think?
It hasn't been good in a long time.
Mm-mm.
No, I thought it was really bad, and it was kind of cringy because nobody. I'm like, you guys have been spending how many weeks is this? I don't know how much time they actually have been spending together, but I'm like, you guys have spent enough Isn't the first thing you do when you meet somebody new is try and figure out what's fucked up about them?
Yes.
Just for
I don't.
safekeeping, just keep it in the back of your mind. Like, within 5 minutes, I've got something for somebody. Like, I'm like, you girls have been spending a couple weeks at least in the workroom together, and this is the best you can come up with?
The only one that I liked when she told someone that Monet Exchange said she's an Amazon queen. She gets her outfits from Amazon. She gets her wigs from Amazon. That was pretty funny.
Oh, I was just looking up because I was trying to look up the runway, and on Jezebel, there's an article that says RuPaul's Drag Race hosted one of the worst Snatch games in history.
Yeah, yes, it was pretty terrible.
Sorry to jump ahead, but that's
no,
I just had to notice.
We can jump to that. So Bianca Del Rio shows up at the beginning to walk around with Ru and read the bitches for filth. Bianca looked like a winner. She looked like she won Drag Race. Like, she's looked better than Ru does.
She does. Her wigs and makeup and everything are always on point. Even though she was wearing like an old muumuu, like she moved a Boca like outfit, like I was fine with it. Like, I think she was kind of making up for, remember when she missed that group photo shoot, so she was like,
yeah. I thought her necklaces looked like those pop beads. You remember those pop beads? Where you get the beads and one has like a nubbin thing and the other one has a hole and you like pop them all together and make a necklace.
I love a nubbin in a hole.
A hole is a hole. like Aquarius said. That's Melania. So anyway, she looked gorgeous, and so she comes in to read everyone for filth. I did like that Ru let the bitches have it. Normally Ru just comes around, she's kind of like him, ha, ho, hum about things like, oh, I'll just make it funny. This time she was like, bitch, that ain't funny.
Yeah, she almost did like a dry run, like she went through with Bianca. She's like, look, we're going to make this shit funny this year. You bitches are not going to let me and the audience down again. Run some of your jokes by me. Let me see your look. Like, she really Tim Gunned it.
Well, the next time she's going to be like shaking them because this didn't work. It still wasn't enough.
I know. I'm like, what?
Bitch.
I don't know how you could fix it. I almost think they don't even need it anymore.
No. I think they need to... Okay, so maybe one more time, but they gotta have a really good one or people are gonna be like, I am fucking through with this. This is like, you like look forward to it. It finally comes. It's like that, that boyfriend that never shows up.
There needs to be a list, a set in stone list of people you can't do, and Beyonce needs to be at the top of that list.
Yes.
Nobody can undo Beyonce again. No Britney. We don't need another Britney.
No Lady Gaga.
No, stop. Oh my God.
So, who did you enjoy in the Snatch game? Like, who do you think was the best?
The best were the people that I thought would be the worst. Did you feel the same?
Kinda. Aquaria did surprise me, like most people. I think that she was super funny, and they kind of set it up with her saying, I'm not funny, whatever. With her, like, Michelle Obama sign and calling Ru Barack Obama, and, like, all this stuff, and she kept going and was funny and surprising
and looked so beautiful. I love that tape trick she did with her eyeballs. I'm like, I want to do that. Like, I want to like, she looks so good and she stayed in character. And then also Chad/Cameron Michaels surprised me.
Yeah, she wasn't bad. I liked her okay too. I don't know if she had enough screen time. She maybe needed more.
No, but she did like pick an appropriate character. Unlike China, that's perfect.
Yeah, perfect. It was a good choice.
She's dead. Didn't she die? Yeah, she died.
Did she die? She died. Well, the Honey Boo Boo thing with Eureka. Yeah, I liked it and all, but did it surprise me? No.
No, I feel like we kind of saw that coming, and we saw hints of it. Because didn't she wear a wig like that for that denim and diamonds? Wasn't that like the same way? I don't know. It just seemed... No. I was not surprised at all. In fact... Didn't somebody say stop relying on that body mass index or something?
Body fat?
Yeah, body fat.
Index would have been funnier. Stop relying on that BMI.
I had no idea who Miss Cracker was. I had no idea.
Who Dorothy Parker is?
Who
yeah, she was like a writer, an activist, and like socialite, kind of in like the 20s, 30s, 40s.
Oh, hilarious. No, I didn't get that at all.
Yeah. There's some movies about her and stuff, and yeah. Well, the reason you didn't get it is because Miss Cracker didn't give it to us. Like, what's up with her? 2 comedy challenges, the reading is fundamental, and then Snatch Games, and she fucking sucked in both of them. She wasn't funny. Come on, Cracker. Like, her, like, stock is, like, plummeting.
Well, what do we always say? Like, the people who profess too much. I'm a comedy queen. I'm funny. It's my comedy. My comedy. I'm funny. I'm funny. They always fail when it counts.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, Monet Exchange was good as Maya Angelou. I mean, I don't know, because somebody did Maya Angelou before. I wasn't like, this is incredible, you know.
I don't know if it's just slim pick. I'm not going to say that, but I just... You see it, like you said, somebody just did that.
Yeah, they did. So I'm like, pick something else. So, okay, so Asia's Beyonce was... What was the worst thing? One of the worst, I think, Snatch Game performances I've ever seen. And that's considering, like, Jiggly Caliente and, like, Alyssa Edwards as Katy Perry. I mean, you can't just go there and just be a bitch and be like, I'm Beyonce. Did she think she was winning? Did she think she was going to win? I mean,
I don't know. You can't... I mean, I think Carson or somebody said you could make up a personality for Beyonce or use an accent or something that would be funny, but she was just a bitch. Looking at her, you would have no idea.
And then the vixen is Blue Ivy. I'm like, next. I can't even talk about her. No.
At least she didn't talk that much.
Yeah. It was a total fail.
And Maxine Waters... Reclaiming My Time is the only thing I know her for. I mean, I've seen her on TV. She is great. But what else can you say besides Reclaiming My Time?
That was a mistake.
I guess you could make any of these people funny, but they just didn't.
No, they just didn't. They just didn't think of characters. They thought of who they were going to do, not how they were going to sound, what they were going to say. They didn't think of any of that shit.
I don't know. So do you think it was one of the worst in her history?
I think so. However, I think there might have been worse ones than this, like, overall. Maybe. It's hard to say. Because I like, honestly, with Snatch Game, I'm trying to focus... In this case, I'm trying to focus on the good ones.
Yeah. So Aquaria.
That's what I'm trying to do, for sure. And when I saw that, I'm like, Aquaria better win. She did the most... Like, her stock went, like, through the roof.
And I liked her self-awareness because I know a few episodes they said she seemed kind of dumb or whatever. But this episode, she said it herself. So she was like,
right.
I think I'm kind of, like, I can't string a sentence together, so I just picked a character that went with that. And I was like, that's kind of genius.
Yeah, that's genius.
So maybe she just doesn't have great delivery, but she's definitely smart.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what she's going to do next, and she has a lot to live up to.
Oh, and her looks, like at that runway last week, that bunny.
I just watched a video of her performing. I don't know what song it was, but she had the same wig as the mermaid wig, and she like leapt off the stage into a splits and like was amazing. I'm like, I want her to perform. I hope they do with the finale like they did with the last couple seasons where they made them perform or had them perform during the finale, because I mean, we don't see them perform except when they're getting ready to get eliminated.
I agree with that. I would like to see them perform more, not just during their lip sync for their life.
Yeah, for sure.
I think, but your Aquaria, I think I'm ready for her to win. Like,
yeah, I could see it. I
think I'm ready for her to win.
Let us down next week. Come on, Aquaria, bring it, girl.
Mm-hmm.
So the runway. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I hated this runway. This was one of the worst runways ever. All their shit looked like crap they made 10 minutes before the show. It looked all homemade, except for a couple. They all looked homemade.
Oh my God. I completely disagree.
Oh, really?
I loved it because it was so kooky and crazy. I was laughing, like, just the wheelchairs. The whole thing was funny to me. I loved when Asia came out in that hideous mask.
Oh, yeah, that was good. And I couldn't... Every time I saw her, I laughed. Like, every time I cut to her, I, like, literally laughed out loud. I was watching this episode I went out to a bar here in St. Louis, Just John, and there's a drag queen named Becca Diamond who hosts. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there's nobody there. Nobody goes to that. So she always sits by me, and we always talk.
Are you cheating on me? Are you podcasting without me?
No, But we always talk, and we both like laughed hysterically every time it cut to that fish face.
Especially when Rue was like, wasn't she in the bottom or whatever? It was like,
Yeah,
and I was like, God, please make her lip sync with that mask on. I will die.
that would be hilarious. I'd like to keep it on, please. I really did like the mask. I really didn't like one thing Rue said, and this is kind of like cutting ahead, but she said to one of them that said, playing Beyonce wasn't your destiny, child. I'm like, you said that before, Rue. Rehash joke.
Well, I guess he figured it's fair enough. People keep making the same mistake. I'm not going to bother coming up with a new
Right.
critique. Okay, Aquaria on that runway
Yeah.
killed it.
Yes.
That was a Sharon Needles. I know we keep saying it. Harken back.
No, but she's Sharon Needles' drag daughter, so we can say that.
The glamour, like she seriously, that was a fashion ad.
Glamour, yes, and her makeup was very Sharon Needles, and that's a compliment. I'm like, I would be like, fire drag queen, and somebody was like, you remind me of Sharon Needles. I'd be like, thank you. Like,
Even the tail was like all black and then a little tattered. I mean, the details, it was just beautiful. I was like, okay, you've won me over in this episode. You were funny. You were the only funny one in Snatch Game, and your runway slayed in a wheelchair as a fish. So I'm rooting for her now.
Yes. That was definitely the perfect choice for this. I mean, I don't know. Who else did you like on the runway? Did you like Eureka? Because I was on the fence. I would like that on someone else.
If it was a smaller version. I see you. I kind of did, but then when she was sitting down and there were just big panels of nothingness on the side, I wasn't as impressed, but I did like the hair, wig, makeup, all that. I don't know about the blood.
I just didn't make sense to me. Like, I didn't think the hair went with the outfit. Maybe that's it. If she had different hair, like, it's like she like got the outfit and was like, I just need a different wig to wear. This blue and pink one's fine. Like, I don't know where that came from. Like, if she had a wig like Aquaria had, think about that.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you who was awful, and somebody on the judges panel said they liked it, and I was like, shut your mouth, is Monet Exchange.
Monet Exchange, yes. I did not understand what she was doing. It looks like she was like a mermaid that got like too close to the rudder of a boat.
Like, she did not even belong. Like, at least everybody's was kind of cohesive. All their mermaid looks a little bit, minus Asia's face.
Yeah.
But then Monet came out, and I was like, girl, here we go again with your cheap-looking outfits. Hog body. And who said she had Orphan Annie wigs? That was Asia. She's like, every week Monet come out with these little dusty Orphan Annie wigs on. I was like, oh my God, that's so right.
Say Orphan Annie or Dennis the Menace.
Dennis the Menace.
Dennis the Menace, right. Which is even better.
I would love to see Monet come out in a big flowy wig. It's not going to happen though.
And like get her like waist snatched and like, do some makeup skills, show makeup something.
I think she's just a lazy queen because she is real cute.
Lazy. Wake up, Pearl. Wake up.
Wake up. Put out a a trance album, a trap music album.
Something. Yeah, so I don't know. Okay, now that we're talking about this, the more I think I like this runway. I just got sick of the sequence tail. I think that was what my issue was.
Sequence dress?
Sequence. Like Miss Cracker, Monet Exchange, Monet Heart, and the Vixen all had sequence tails. I'm like, that's why I think I didn't like so much.
So what's
Monet
wrong?
Heart was so bad.
Yeah.
Monet Heart was so bad. Like, so bad. Like, bad girl. Bad.
I think I enjoyed the comedy of the wheelchair. They were referencing Bette Midler, obviously, and then Lady Gaga famously copied her and then said she came up with it herself. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
But I love this because I like that Rue is not afraid to do the wheelchair thing in this day and age when everybody's going to be, like, writing letters about it.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Well, but they're mermaids. I mean, and speaking of mermaids, that show Siren, I was looking forward to.
It's garbage.
Yeah, it's garbage.
I tried because you told me to. I tried.
So, spoiler alert, This is, you know, the woman who like run the junk shop or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's a mermaid.
Well, now I'm back in. No, I'm kidding.
So, but that was a piece of info I read. I was like, oh, really?
Look, that's okay. We lead each other astray sometimes. You make us watch shitty shows, and I take us to shitty concerts. And now I watched the It Was Him show, the John Bonet episode.
Oh my god, it made me mad.
I was like, y'all didn't even connect any of those dots. Like, he wasn't in town.
No. He was not. And then the Atlanta child murderers, and they're like, the guy was like, the investigator or whatever was like, I hate to like burst your bubble, but none of these people would trust a white man.
Oh, that was so funny.
And they're like, okay, you're right, we'll leave.
And then they're like, by the way, here's pictures of, because Joe Monet was killed on Christmas Day or whatever. They're like, here's pictures of Edwards having, unwrapping Christmas gifts with his children at the end of the episode. And I'm like, okay, you all lost me, because the first couple episodes, I was on board with it.
And did you notice he was like 300 pounds then? Mm-hmm. So it's like, how could he sneak around some house? Like
the Labyrinth house, squeeze through that tiny little window. No, it didn't happen.
No, it did not happen. Oh, but, I did watch Grace versus Abrams, or Abrams versus Grace, whatever it is, Nancy.
Okay, Dan. Explain that to me, Dan.
Yeah, well, they did the Adnan, what's-his-face case that was Serial. The podcast Serial, like Serial, not
yes.
CEO.
I never did listen to it, but I know who that is.
That was the best Grace versus Abrams they've had. Like, I watched it, and I was, like, totally in.
Which side was Nancy on? He did it?
Well, of course.
He did it, Dan. I'm telling you, Dan. He did it.
She's always on their guilty side. But yeah, it was actually pretty good. Like, if it's on again, watch it. Like, the other ones were stupid. Mostly because we knew so much about the case, and Nancy, you could tell she was forcing, some of her opinions. But this one was actually pretty good.
Which one was I watching where I had to turn... It was making me so mad. Was it Chandra Levy or somebody? First of all, I never cared... Okay. I never cared about Chandra Levy because the photo that they used for her missing poster was so unflattering. It was like a bad high school yearbook photo.
Like with the frizzy hair? She kind of frizzy hair?
Yes, and I was like, that is such not... I mean, I'm sorry, but your missing photo... Everybody should have one on standby ready to go. Because... When you go missing, you want a really good airbrushed cute photo. Otherwise, nobody's going to care. Nobody's out looking for frizzy hair. It's like your headshot. It needs to be like within 3 months.
It's so mean. We don't want to look. We didn't look for her because she was ugly.
Well, look when Joe Monet went missing. I mean, they had headshots all over the place from her pageants, like on People magazine. It looked like it was like a, she had all photos.
It's like, she's ugly. I'm glad she's gone.
And they didn't find her for like 3 years or something. They were just a couple bones in the forest.
Poor Chandra Levy. Couple bones in the forest. The greatest diet ever, being killed and thrown in the woods.
I mean, I'd give it a shot.
All right, so the bottom two... we know was Monique Hart and the Vixen, which makes sense. And then they lip synced. Oh my God, what song did they lip sync to? I don't even remember now.
Cut to the Feeling by Carly Rae, which I love. It's such a cute song.
Yeah, but they both were terrible. I mean, the Vixen did what she did the last couple times she lip synced, is a couple of poorly performed acrobatics. But then Monique Hart didn't know the words. Okay, so I think Monique either didn't think she was going to lip sync or just didn't care anymore.
I don't think she thought she was going to.
Yeah, because she didn't even, when we get to Untucked, she didn't even they might have done that on purpose, but they didn't show her working on it. That's the one thing about Blair St. Clair, last week. She looked like she was really trying. She had no chance against the Vixen, during that song and stuff, but she tried really hard.
What was the song again? Like Rapper's Delight or something?
I'm Coming Out.
Okay.
Not even close.
The hip hop. Yeah, she could have done that. Poor Blair. But no, Vixen did totally slay it, and Monique, I was like, "Bitch, you don't know what day." And then that wig came off, and I love when wigs come off and they show Rue and Michelle's faces.
Yeah, Rue's face. I'm talking like Rue looked like a fish. I mean, her face was so snatched. I'm like, can she blink? Can she move her mouth? I'm
know.
like, Rue, come on, this is too much.
I wish I could get away with that, like on a daily basis, like without surgery, just that taping your face back thing. But like, how would you hide that? I have to wear like a hat.
Yeah, well, I get it. I get what she's doing, what she's trying to do, but they just keep pulling her tighter and tighter and tighter. She's like, be able to like her eyes are going to be like on the sides of her head.
Well, he talks about getting a facelift on his podcast sometimes. I'm like, you can't get a facelift, not a full one, because you'd have a scar all across your bald head.
Yeah, I don't know how she would do that. Lifestyle lift style.
That's the way to go. Katie Price had it.
Did Katie Price, she had lifestyle lift?
Yeah, remember I sent you the video. Like, she had the thing with the wires in her face where they yank the wires.
I don't like the word yank when it comes to Ow!
Yeah.
Saying that. Hearing that. Ow.
And now, because she has tattooed eyebrows, this is why I'm against eyebrow microblading. Just a little makeup tip from me to you.
No, I saw this one girl I know got it, and she looks amazing.
No, they do look amazing, but the thing is, if you ever start tinkering around with injections, Botox, whatever, doing things to your face, them eyebrows are wonky.
They don't move.
No, they do move, like, because they're rearranged on your face. Like, let's say you get Botox or a facelift, then your eyebrows are in different positions. And they're tattooed on, so there's not shit you can do about it. I'll send you a photo.
Yeah, so your eyebrows, like, say you get snatched and you have those microblading, your eyebrows would be, like, on the sides of your head.
Right. I mean, it looks really good in the moment, but if you start tinkering, things could go awry.
As you should.
Yes, please tinker.
Whack. Okay, so we know that the Vixen won because Monique Hart did not know the words. Stupid.
The Vixen can perform, okay? She looks like she hits the bar every weekend. She knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, next week, she going home. That's what I think.
I'm not sure.
No? Well, this whole drama with her and Eureka, I mean, the Vixen is just jealous of Eureka. You know, Eureka may be loud and shit, but you know what? You got one chance on this show. You think you're going to be all quiet and polite in the corner? Your ass will get sent home. You got to be entertaining, make Rue laugh, fuck everyone else.
I would not be mad if Eureka won. Like I said, I am very happily surprised with her makeup and runway looks. They're a lot better than I thought they were going to be. And she is pretty funny, although everything does seem to be a fat joke, which I'm a little bit worried about. But it's working in her favor so far.
I just think they need to do some drama thing. I know Rue probably won't really do it, but do some drama to show who are the real, talents. You can't just do Fat Girl Funny or, maybe Miss Cracker will succeed at something considering she's supposed to be funny and she ain't.
I know. That's such a bummer. I'm sure she is in her own show. Like, where's she from, New York? I'm sure she's very funny as like a hostess or whatever, but...
Like the drag brunch at Hamburger Mary's?
Yeah, at the drag brunch. I'm sure she slays at drag brunch.
And Hamburger Mary's on 5th and...
Her and Monet take turns refilling the...
Who's on deck?
The home fries.
Oh.
By the way, those drag brunches, didn't we go to one once? At least we've both been to one. That is so... nothing is more awkward than, like, going through a line, like, getting your eggs, like, your home fries, whatever, and people are doing cartwheels and drag, full daytime drag with the sun beaming down on their face, like, harsh light. It's very awkward.
It is awkward, and we live in the Midwest, so it's extra awkward.
Because the drag is trash to begin with, and then you add daylight, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, you're, like, eating your bagel with peanut butter, watching If I Could Turn Back Time by some, like, 80-year-old drag queen wearing the Cher costume from the video. You're like, oh, my God.
Everybody's got a mouthful. They're trying to scream, like, yes, queen. Like, yes, queen. Yes.
I'm spraying food all over the table.
Drag, I've never enjoyed, like, don't mix eating and drag.
No. Okay, so Untucked. Untucked happened basically like we thought it would happen. The vixen came in swinging and was like barking at everybody. And what's funny about that is, well, funny, I don't know if funny's the word, but they brought out that TV with her mom and she was all crying. I could tell nobody gave a shit. Nobody was like, girl, that was so moving. Like wiping their eyes. Nobody, including me.
I was wondering when that TV was going to make a comeback from seasons past. That old, like high school, when we were in high school and they would roll in the TV.
Yes, for those like health videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nobody had any sympathy for that bitch. No, man. Oh well, I mean, I don't know what else to say about Untucked. I'm glad Monique Hart is gone only because I was tired of her. America!
I was getting a little tired. She said a couple things that kind of bother. I was getting sick of "I'm a broke queen."
Yeah, that does not fly. Because Rue will tell you that she was in a hotel room or something, like putting these lights up herself, like making stuff work. Like being a poor queen is not an excuse, especially on Drag Race. Rue will read you. Rue's like, I was poor, I did this, so shut up. She's done it before.
Didn't Rue say that they shot the first season of Drag Race in her house?
In her garage.
In her garage. So I'm like, okay, girl, like you can drag on a dime is possible, but honestly, you should have come to the show with some shit already assembled. Like, don't wait till you get here to start ripping. That made no sense to me. I know they get a list of what the themes are, right, for the weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Plan something. Bring a couple things. Bring some fabric swatches. There's no need to be ripping, making skirts and stuff out of excess materials in the workroom.
Yeah, that's unless it's a challenge. Don't make your shit every time. Bring something. I mean, girl, you probably have friends, other drag queens, whatever. They can loan you shit. I'm like, something. Don't show up with nothing and be like, I'm poor. I'm like, then you're not part of a drag community. Everybody hates you, so just give up.
Right. Now, Aquaria, that bitch came with a whole wardrobe of beautiful outfits, and that's where I'm really, impressed with her.
She did it. Like, I don't care if she has a sugar daddy. I would, too. If I was her and I want to get some shit.
I mean, haven't we all at some time or another? Good for her. Like, it's making her career happen. She's clearly talented. I think she said she went to design school. Was it Parsons School of Design?
Oh, that was a good Tim Gunn right there. Make it work.
Make it work, Aquaria.
Make it work, Aquaria. Yeah. Well, I don't know what's happening next episode because I didn't watch the preview. But after Snatch Game, I don't know.
Can we just get to the finale already?
I
don't need to see the week where Cameron McMichaels is eliminated. Like, first of all, why she's still there? It needs to be a double elimination next week. I would love that.
Yeah, Cameron and the Vixen. And maybe triple.
Quadruple, because Asia needs to
So who do you think is going to be top 3?
Okay, Aquaria for sure is there. I'm thinking Eureka. Thunder Down Under. And...
Did you call her Earthquake the other
Earthquake. And I don't know. Maybe Asia or Cracker. Monet, there's no way. No way exchange.
No how. No way exchange.
No way. You didn't bring any wigs. I'm sick of it.
No, I agree. So probably Asia, Eureka, and Aquaria. Look, I love Miss. I had so many hopes for Miss Cracker, but I'm sorry, but the last 2 episodes, she gotta go.
This one really did it for me. This Dorothy Parker Dandridge, or whoever the hell she was supposed to be. I was like, who is that? Even Jinx did.
Knowing, but make it interesting.
Even Jinx did Edie Beale or whoever, and a lot of people didn't know who that was, but it was so weird and funny.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, maybe you didn't know who she was at the time, but you still were like, kind of mesmerized by it. Like Maxine Waters, not everybody knows who that is. Why not make her some crazy ass bitch? Instead, it's like when Rue's like, "Is that in Compton?" And she's like, crickets.
And Maxine is really funny. Like, if you've ever seen her interviews and stuff, she's very funny, but it's just, no.
Mm-mm. Who would you do if you were going to do Snatch Game? I'm sure
Oh
we've
damn!
had
I knew you were gonna ask me that, and I honestly don't know. This makes me so nervous just watching them do it. I don't even know if I could do it.
Well, I
What
could
about
do
you?
Madonna. Madonna, why has nobody done Madonna?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's done Madonna.
I definitely wouldn't do Madonna because I feel like that's another one where people would be like have really high expectations. I think it's like a Beyonce. Because
Well, I
who
mean,
is Madonna unless you do the fake English accent the whole time? My
fake English.
MDNA.
Yes, yes, and smear, like, try to smear shit on everybody's faces, and like do that blink thing she does. You know, Madonna blinks a lot when she's like thinking. Like you could, I mean, you could make her funny.
Maybe if it
I
was
don't
like a
know.
Chad Michaels where every time the camera cut to her, she ripped off and was another incarnation of Madonna.
That would be good. I like that idea. Who else would be good? Why nobody done Elvira? I don't know. No, no, not Elvira.
What? Carney Wilson. Eureka totally nailed Carney Wilson.
Oh my god, that would be just a one long fat joke.
Love
That's all.
bites.
Speaking of that, did you read about, and this is totally random, who cares? But that girl from The Real, like her husband like had a baby with somebody else while they were like married or whatever, that real annoying girl.
The real which girl? Not the
The-
twins.
Like the Asian-y girl,
Get out of here. Jeannie Mai.
I think. It's like her husband like had a baby with someone else when they were married. Like I'm not super in that show, but I always thought she was hella annoying.
I love that you're bringing me daytime drag news. I had no idea. No, she
I'm
is super
sorry.
annoying. And again, but I have seen The Real and vetoed it because it's a piece of trash show. But she's another one of those people that goes on there and professes their love and says how great their relationship is. Don't ever do that.
Yeah,
The kiss of death.
kiss of death or no kiss of death.
It's just like going on Drag Race and saying, I'm a comedy queen. You may as well kiss that crown goodbye.
So do you think Miss Cracker is like the Pandora box of this season?
Damn, you really have turned on her. That's like the biggest insult you could say.
You gasped.
Let's see if Eureka chases her through the parking lot.
Well, you know, I've seen Pandora Box's shows and they're total garbage. Not funny. And like maybe I'm first. Not funny. I don't get it. What's wrong with these people?
Now on Broadway.
Oh, Blair St. Clair. We'll miss you forever. Actually, Blair St. Clair said she's working on an album, so.
I'm down for that. I wonder who she would have done for Snatch Game.
Oh, they probably asked her in that What You Packin' thing with Michelle Visage, which I refuse to watch because Michelle Visage and her like 15 minutes on the show once a week, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back next week. We won't miss a week like we did last time. You know, we just had, adulting to do.
Yeah, you could say that.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie.
Thanks for listening to Drag Dungeon. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Follow our show on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Periscope at Drag Dungeon. See you next time.
Everything in life is fine when you're a gypsy boy. Everything in life is grand when you are. Make a little money with a million marvelous tricks you know. Never think about what's wrong or right. Just go with what I want to go down.